I am Mary Kardaras, a Greek American who was very proudly born in this country, the child of an unwed mother who surrendered me to an orphanage and adoption as I became one of the 4,000 so-called lost children of Greece. I mention this tonight only because I had a very positive encounter directly with the government and with Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis himself just a few short weeks ago. He directly intervened in a matter to do what was right for a small minority of people, the Greek adoptees, in restoring their citizenship to this small but great country that they all love, that I love. Their citizenship had been stripped away when they were adopted, including mine. Citizenship. It is a cornerstone of what we talk about here at Demos, how to engage people into being active citizens beyond just casting a vote. You are here tonight engaging in a debate that is about to begin, and I hope you do more beyond just being here to help make this city and this country a better place. We all have a role to play. It is important and interesting to share why and how the Demos Center came to be, because in founding the organization, it was my own way to actuate my own citizenship, to do something, to create something that contributes to a healthy democracy. In California, I was teaching the material I have always loved teaching, courses such as Interpreting the Day's News, which is a media literacy course, Media and Government, the American Presidency, and exposing students to great moments and people in history. Also, their often soaring rhetoric, which elevated and honored the public discourse. They were lively classes with boisterous discussions, with some very engaged students who were full of energy and insight, full of ideas, full of promise and purpose. They felt hopeful, empowered, but then something drastically changed. It was during the presidential campaign of Hillary Rodham Clinton and Donald J. Trump in 2016 when I lost my students. The tone and tenor of that campaign had ripple effects and consequences. It was the character of the discourse. It was sour and dire. It was strained. It was ugly. It was disruptive. It was something we had never seen before in American politics. Not quite like that. This new zeitgeist that is seeped across the country manifested itself in the demeanor and attitude of my students. They became distrustful of institutions, of the media, of authority, of elected officials. It was terribly disheartening as a teacher, and it was difficult to convey all the things that I believe using extraordinary examples from history. Government can and should be an instrument of good. There are indeed good and loyal public servants who work for what is just and good for all of us. Journalism is also an instrument for good. Journalists are public servants too. Country over party, always. And if a politician risks losing an election, the policies they promote should work for the common good and in the interest of the people they serve. My attempts at teaching and preaching to bring them back to where they weren't working because the destructive tendencies of that election permeated society, and it wasn't healthy for youth and young adults. That is why I decided to come to Athens during a sabbatical and wrote a blueprint for the Demos Center, a place where ideas and policies could be discussed, where people from all walks of life and backgrounds could come together to meet and to find solutions to the problems that we all share, to network, to work together to make life better. It was to be an uplifting place. I hope you will find it so. My own university turned down my idea for the center, even though it financed my work on the blueprint. But the American College of Greece, where I researched and worked for months, saw the value in it and even gave me the keys to this beautiful old building, now the home of Demos and we are flourishing. Your being here is testament to that fact. Debate and rhetoric are traditions that come from our own Greek culture, and I am so proud to be from this country, this tradition, this beautiful culture. I expect that we will honor our heritage tonight with energy, passion, and respect for one another, despite our differences in belief and approach. And finally, I'd like to say, we need heroes in public service. We need heroes to speak aspirationally, inspirationally, to give hope and promise and to show youth and young adults the way to purposeful lives. What we do, how we speak, how we behave, it all matters. That we work to unite rather to divide matters. And we need to include youth and young adults in all that we do civically. They have good ideas and they know what kind of future they want to create. We need to yield. We need to invite their voices. We need to welcome them. It is important for all of us to be exemplary role models in word and in deed. And in doing so, we must keep company with those who uplift and enrich, rather than with those who are negative and provide obstacles to progress and successful societies. In fact, it is our motto here at Demos to devote our lives to making progress, that from an ancient Greek. And tonight we will indeed do just that in the content of this debate. Thank you so much for being here.